Long-term dirt pickup and staining are often misunderstood because they develop slowly and are rarely linked to a single process deviation. Vehicles may leave the plant with excellent gloss and smoothness, yet months later begin to show persistent dirt adhesion, dark streaks, or stains that cannot be removed by normal washing. From an OEM durability perspective, this is not a cleanliness issue. It is a surface chemistry and aging problem. At the core of dirt pickup is surface energy. Freshly cured clear coats are engineered to have low surface energy, so contaminants have difficulty wetting and adhering. Over time, environmental exposure alters this balance. UV radiation, oxidation, and additive migration change the chemical composition of the surface, increasing polarity and making it easier for dirt, oils, and pollutants to stick. Not all dirt behaves the same. Inorganic dust tends to sit loosely on low-energy surfaces and can be washed away. Organic contamination, such as traffic film, diesel soot, road oils, and industrial fallout, contains polar and oily components that chemically interact with the clear coat surface. Once the surface energy increases, these contaminants anchor more strongly and resist removal. Additives play a critical but time-dependent role. Slip additives and surface modifiers are used to reduce friction, improve cleanability, and lower dirt pickup. These additives often migrate toward the surface during cure, forming a protective enrichment layer. Early in vehicle life, this layer provides excellent resistance to staining. Over time, however, weathering and washing remove or degrade this layer, exposing the underlying polymer, which typically has higher surface energy. Excessive reliance on surface active additives creates long-term risk. While initial cleanability improves, the bulk coating may be left underprotected once additives are depleted. OEM formulations aim for controlled additive migration and slow depletion, ensuring acceptable performance over years rather than months. Cross-link density and polymer polarity influence how easily contaminants penetrate the surface. Softer, more flexible clear coats may absorb oils and pollutants, leading to staining that cannot be washed out. Harder, tightly cross-linked systems resist penetration, but may suffer from surface roughening over time, which mechanically traps dirt. Both pathways lead to similar visual outcomes through different mechanisms. Curing quality again plays a decisive role. Undercured clear coats retain residual solvent and unreacted groups that increase polarity and absorption. These coatings stain early and deeply. Overcured coatings resist staining initially, but may microcrack during aging, creating pathways for contamination. OEM bake profiles are validated not just for appearance, but for long-term cleanability. Environmental exposure determines contamination severity. Urban and industrial regions expose vehicles to hydrocarbons, sulfur compounds, and metallic particles. These contaminants often react chemically in the presence of moisture, forming strongly bonded stains. Horizontal surfaces and lower body panels are most affected due to prolonged contact and splash exposure. Once staining occurs, removal becomes difficult because contaminants are no longer sitting on the surface. They have diffused into or reacted with the polymer network. Aggressive cleaning or polishing may improve appearance temporarily, but accelerates aging by removing protective thickness and surface modifiers. Testing for dirt pickup includes traffic film resistance tests, artificial aging combined with contamination exposure, and cleanability assessments after UV and wash cycles. OEMs rely heavily on combined tests because fresh coatings often perform well, while aged coatings reveal true long-term behavior. From a troubleshooting perspective, dirt pickup complaints require distinguishing between surface deposition and chemical staining. Visual inspection, solvent wipes, and polishing trials help determine whether the issue is removable or permanent. Adjusting wash chemistry or customer care instructions rarely solves underlying coating chemistry issues. Long-term dirt resistance is not about making coatings perfectly non-stick. It is about controlling how the surface ages. A well-designed system gradually loses performance, but remains cleanable throughout its intended service life. If you have questions about persistent staining, traffic film buildup, or why some vehicles stay cleaner than others over time, leave them in the comments. We'll continue breaking down long-term appearance and durability failures using OEM-level analysis in the upcoming episodes.